Billy, has it sunk in yet that our entire continent absolutely adores you?
Yeah.
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 You actually made this number one hit in the bedroom you're in right now. If you look around, can you describe to us what your room looks like?
Well, this is my bedroom. My brother's bedroom is across the hall, so that's the one where everything was made. But this one, we got like 400 pairs of shoes over there, and lots of clothes on hangers, more shoes, and then more shoes over there. And then we got my bed. I'm on my bed right now, and it's this like red, creepy lighting, as they said in the last one. So yeah,
All
That's my
shoes
surrounding.
is what you're saying.
it's all shoes. Pretty much it's all shoes.
Is this where all your clothing lives?
Honestly, no. That's the insane part. There's so much clothing in here, but there's like mountains of it in other areas that I will not tell because I don't want to get robbed.
I love the idea of someone breaking into a storage unit just to steal your sweaters. Like
Right.
the heist of the century. Look, I've heard that part of this song involved a sample of an Australian traffic light crossing sound. Sounded a bit like this. Did this make it into the final cut of Bad Guy?
Yes, it did. 100%. I've talked about it. It's in there. I can pull it out for you and show you. I recorded it and it freaked the fuck out of me. I was actually scared because I was just recording the like boop boop part, and then it did that scary part. Freaked me out.
So
But,
what do traffic lights sound like at home for you?
they don't really make sounds. They're kind of like, there's one that just goes, please wait. That's it. It just says please wait, like over and over again, and that's annoying. But mainly you just, what even is it? It's just like a
I don't
beat.
think in LA they make
They
sounds.
really make sounds. Yeah, they're pretty silent. You just stand there.
Well, our traffic light noise is iconic to us. But speaking of iconic, if we're talking about Bad Guy, we're talking about that duh, right? How did that duh come to be?
It was really random, actually. It was kind of like, we didn't even say anything about it. I kind of was just like, oh, duh. I just like said it because I felt like the song, I wanted to make it clear that it shouldn't be taken too seriously. I wanted it to be really like almost sarcastic in a way, if that makes sense. Like kind of just like bullshitting. Like I wanted the whole thing to just be like, this is such bullshit. And I felt like adding the duh made it kind of, I don't know. And I don't know. I always love when there's like a word before the chorus or the drop or something that kind of makes you go like, you know what I'm saying? Like the little, and that was the duh for me. So we just left it in. We weren't even going to leave it in, and we just were like, yeah, fuck it.
Iconic moment and an iconic song now. When was the moment you realized that Bad Guy was sort of taking on a life of its own, was sort of going further than, a lot of pop music has ever gone?
When it was used in like memes a lot, that's when I was like, oh, okay, this song is doing something. Or like when on a lot of like TV shows, like late night shows, they were like singing the song in like skits and stuff, and that I was like, oh shit, this is like actually going somewhere. So it was gradual, but also not at the same time. But it's so much bigger than I ever thought it would have been.
It is hard to go anywhere or go onto the internet without seeing that song. Are you bored of the song or bored of performing it?
It's like my favorite song to perform. Honestly, I love performing it. I'm not tired of it. It was one of my favorite songs to make. I remember when we made it, I was just like talking about it for months and months. I love the song. I have no feelings of hatred towards it.
Billy, you've been called by a lot of critics the future of pop. How do you react to that label?
I don't really know what to think, because when I think of pop, I definitely don't think of myself. But maybe that's what they mean. I don't know. I think it's a huge thing to be called. I think it's really it's an amazing title. So I'm grateful for it. I just don't really know what it implies. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if they mean I don't know. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. That's all. But I'm grateful for it. Sure.
It is a tough question because I guess what people are trying to say is that pop has been one certain way for a long time. When you came along and started making music that was your music, wasn't it intentional rebellion against that kind of pop, or it was just you being you?
No, I don't. It's so funny because it's like one of the main things that I hear about myself is how like rebellious I am and like, you know, breaking the rules and stuff. And I genuinely didn't mean to. Like I just was. I didn't know there were rules. Like that's what it was. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna do the opposite. I just was like, okay, this is a song I liked, and here you go. You know, it was never. I guess it made me, more than me realizing that I break rules, it just made me realize, like, oh shit, people really think there are rules. And that's what I think is the only thing I think about it. It's just like, there aren't really any, and I think people decide that there are. So if I can help people realize that they don't have to follow any sort of rules that they've made up for themselves, then I'm glad to do it.
You have announced that you're working on a new album at the moment. Are you going to be writing those songs at home as well?
Yes. I think those are going to be written everywhere. I feel like I have this good feeling about the next album that's not done yet. Don't make some article that's like Billie's new album is
It's out next week.
Yeah, no, it's not. But I have a good feeling about working on it. I think we're gonna have a really fun time because I think we've, I don't know, just like matured and gotten to know ourselves better in the way we like to work, me and my brother. And I think we'll write this album all over the place. I mean, one of the songs that we've almost finished is one that we wrote half of in Berlin, half of in London, and then a part of in, I think, Australia. Yeah, Australia. So we haven't even written any in LA. So yeah, I think it'll be written everywhere. I'm excited about the album.
Can you tell us anything about what it might be sounding like, or any differences to the past music you've made?
I don't even know. Honestly don't even have. I probably wouldn't say even if I did know, but I genuinely don't know. We have only like a few songs and they're really different from each other, but I think we're not really trying to sound like anything. I think it's just whatever we feel we've been making. So I think we'll just keep doing that, just feeling something and just going with it.
Totally.
One song we do know we're going to be getting from you soon is the new James Bond theme song.
Yeah.
How is that coming along? Have you had fun making it?
It's so good. It's so much fun. Oh my god. We wrote it a while ago because it was kind of like an audition for the song. Like, we basically wrote the song like months and months before getting it. I mean, you know what's kind of funny is we never really got like a letter or an email or a text or anything that was like, you got the Bond song. It was kind of like the official you got it was us announcing it, kind of like that. It was kind of funny. I feel like there's normally with those kind of things you get some sort of note that's like, you made it, you got it, you did it, whatever. And with that one, it was like super like low-key and gradual and working on it. And then there was no like official word, but then, which was kind of cool. It was like nobody ever really does that. And so when they were like, okay, you can post about it, I was like, oh, I got it. I didn't even know.
It then?
So,
Really taking that spy theme to heart, you know, top secret to the end.
I know.
What is your favorite Bond song movie combo?
I mean, Skyfall is like, you can't beat that. Honestly, I think Skyfall is like one of the best songs ever. And that, just the intro, like in the actual movie, like the footage in that part is so cool. Like he's like underwater and he like sinks into a hole and shit. It's so sick. So
Are you gonna sink into any holes at all?
I am not sinking into any holes, I can tell you that much. But it will be cool though. We're working on it. It's cool.
Congratulations again. Australia's right behind you, backing you in, and look, hope you make the most of it. Enjoy your week.
Thank you so much. You guys stay safe out there, okay?
Thank you.
Bye, Billie.
Bye.